A group of people kidnapped a 12-year-old girl and took her to a house. They tied the girl and locked her in a room. The guy at the house asked them to take care of the girl for 24 hours post, which they would receive $7 million each. He took their phones so that nobody could track them. The guy gave them fake names: Frank, Joey, Rickles, Peter, Sammy, and Dean, and left the house. Joey was assigned the responsibility of taking care of the girl. She went to check in on her and promised her that she would not let anybody hurt her. The girl said to Joey that she was sorry about what was going to happen to her. Joey told this to Frank, who was leading the team, and asked him if he knows who is the girl's father. Frank said he does not know, and told her that she must be bluffing as she will do anything to get out. Joey told Frank to not take this lightly. He went to check in on the girl, and as he entered, she saw his face. He got angry at the girl that she saw his face and threatened her. He asked her who was her father, to which she replied that her father was Christophe Lazare. Frank told the team about this and said he was leaving as Lazare was a big name in the crime world. However, looking at the money each of them will get, they decided to take the risk and stayed. As Dean was roaming around the house and he saw a painting on the wall. The girl in the painting looked like the girl they kidnapped. He went to the basement and something attacked him. His shout for help was heard by Sammy. She went downstairs to check and saw that Dean was sitting in the chair. When she touched him, his head fell off and she started screaming. The other came down as well and thought this must be done by Valdez, who is a hitman of Lazare, as this style of killing is his signature. Rickles decided to quit, and as he opened the door to leave, he saw another steel door that was not there earlier. They tried to open the door using force, but it did not open. However, that activated a system that caused all the windows to get covered with panels. Rickles went to check for his rifle, but it was not in the room. Thereafter, Joey went to check in on the girl. She told Joey that Frank asked her to keep a secret, that he is Valdez and works with her father. Joey tells Rickles about this, and they decide to team up to take the rest of them out so that they can get out of the house. They turned to move in their directions as planned. However, after just taking a few steps, Joey heard a noise. As she turned around, she saw Rickles was standing still. When she reached him, she saw that he was dead. She then went and pointed her gun at Frank and told others that he was Valdez and would kill us like he killed the other two. Frank said that the girl was playing with us, and he asked Peter to take strong action against the girl, which Joey opposed. Peter went to the girl's room, and as he was about to hurt her, Joey stopped Peter from doing so. As the team was fighting, the girl took her hand out of the handcuffs, looking at which Sammy screamed. The girl turned out to be a vampire and jumped on Peter to bite him. Frank shot the girl in the head to save Peter. However, it had no impact on her, and she was back on her feet. They got out of the room and locked the door. The team created a plan to kill the girl. However, Joey was not ready for it, as her view was to trade her life for theirs with Lazare. As the three of them went ahead to search for the girl, they saw her dancing with a dead body. They tried to kill her, but she turned the tables on them and hurt the three of them badly, but did not kill them as she wanted to play with them. When they came back, Frank told Joey not to tell him that he was wrong. Joey helped the injured team and told them that the only way to keep her under control was to sedate her like they did earlier when they kidnapped her. They decided to split and search for the girl, and whoever found her would call others so that they could sedate her. While searching the house, the girl attacked Peter. Peter saw the girl and started running to save himself. He closed the door to thinking she will not be able to come through it. But the girl broke the door. While running away from her, he hit the door opened by Frank, and he fell from the floor. She then went after Frank. Frank tried to run away from her, but she pushed him, causing him to fall from the stairs. As she held Frank by the neck, Joey tried to inject her, but she threw the injection away, which fell inside a locked grill. While Joey was trying to grab the injection, the girl started choking Frank. Sammy tried to save him, but the girl bit her arm. The girl then grabbed the leg of Frank and started flying, holding Frank partly in air. Peter then jumped on the girl. Peter overpowered the girl, which allowed Joey to sedate her, and she fell asleep, and they locked her in a steel elevator. As she woke up, Joey asked the girl for the way out of this house in exchange for her release. Instead, she revealed that the entire plot was planned by her, and the guy who assigned them the task works for her. She took everybody's real names and revealed their background, and told them there was no money. She brought them here as all of them had somehow hurt her father's business. She told them she would let that person live who would let her out. Peter tried to release her, but Joey shot him to stop him from doing so. The bullet just grazed his body. Joey then took him upstairs to treat him. and Frank decided to stay downstairs to keep an eye on the girl. While the others were gone, the girl told Frank that if he let her out, she would let him go. Frank asked her to first tell him a way to get out of this house, then he would open the door. The girl told him that there was a secret door in the library bookshelf on the right wall, and then there were none. She then asked Frank to release her, to which Frank said he was bluffing, and took the keys. The girl started laughing at Frank and broke the steel door. As she was about to bite Frank, Joey came and broke the wall, which allowed the sunlight to come in, and it decapitated the girl's hand. They saw her hand started to grow back, and all of them then went to the library to stay in the light. Sammy puts her hand in the sunlight, and it did not have any effect on her, and she was relieved. Frank started looking at the bookshelf to find the secret door. He found the book titled, "And Then There Were None." As he pulled the book, it turned out the girl was just playing with him, as there was no secret door. While they were sitting, Sammy said if they could find the power source, she could short it, which would open the doors. They split into 2 teams to search for the house power source. While Sammy and Peter were searching, the girl took control of Sammy as she bit her earlier. She turned into a vampire and killed Peter by biting on his neck. Sammy became a puppet of the girl, as she was controlling all her actions. When Frank and Joey came to check on them, she attacked them and followed them to the library. Joey used the tray to deflect the sunlight on Sammy, which killed her. Just then, a secret door opened in the library. They went inside to check and saw the same guy whom they met earlier in the house. The guy himself turned out to be a vampire. While he was talking to Frank, Joey interrupted them, and he held her by her throat. The guy makes an offer to Frank to join him to take out the girl and his father, and then they will rule their empire. Frank agreed to the offer, and the guy hit Joey's head against the wall. The guy bit Frank on his neck and gave him his blood to drink. As Frank turned into a vampire, the guy told Frank that Joey was his first victim. However, Frank stabbed the guy from behind and killed him. Frank started to enjoy his new power and threatened Joey. Just then, the girl came from behind and attacked Frank, but he overpowered her and bit her on the neck. As they were fighting, Joey opened the house locks, took her phone, and ran out of the room. Frank sucked the girl's blood and left her lifeless. Joey could not get out as the door was locked. Frank went after Joey and started assaulting her. As he threw her down, the girl came and caught her before she hit the ground. She asked Joey to help her kill him, and she will let her go. They teamed up against Frank, but he was too powerful for both of them. Frank pinned Joey to the wall and then goes back to fighting the girl. As he was biting the girl's neck, she showed her pinky finger to Joey, reminding her of her promise to protect her. However, Joey was helpless. After he was done with the girl, he pulled out Joey and bit her as well to make her his puppet. He then asked Joey to kill the girl. As Joey was still in her senses, she attacked Frank but blocked her and threw her away. The girl resumed her attack on Frank. While Frank was holding her down, Joey put a rod in his mouth and broke his neck. The girl quickly grabbed the wooden stack and tried to put it in Frank's chest. Joey joined her, and together they killed Frank. The girl asked Joey to leave and meet his son. As she was about to leave, the girl's father came and tried to kill Joey, but the girl came in between and told him that she saved her life. Looking at her daughter, he decides to let Joey go. He kissed Joey's hand and asked her to leave as it was close to dinner time. The movie ends with Joey leaving the mansion.